Alright, welcome back to the SuperCoach Knife channel. In this video we're going to review game week 17 of the 2024-25 NBA Dream Team season, as well as preview round 18. So an okay week for us. I guess we have been moving up quite steadily in the ranks, but an 1107 this week, which was good enough to move up 7 spots, so a slight uptick overall. But still in the top 7%, so we are gunning for top 5%, and then we'll continue from there hopefully. Let's have a look at the team. I haven't checked the final scores yet, but did get a win, which is a nice forecast to what comes next. But SGA with a 145 was very good. Cunningham we bought in for an 88. It's actually lost money, which we were pretty certain we were going to make money there. So that's bitten us in the bot a little bit. Edwards with a 96 was okay. Daniels with 71. Continues to make cash, so we'll take it. Jokic with a 179 as captain. Pretty sure that was the right rein to pull this week. LeBron and Tatum are both tonning up, 124 and 114. And then Towns with just the 41. Not too sure what happened there. We'll check the injury report soon. But Reed we bought in and returned us a 70, which at 12 mil at the time wasn't the worst return. Still making a bit of money out of our other power forward centers, Hayes and Post, but other than that, the rookies aren't doing too much for us at the moment. So we'll have a look at the game day, and if we go to week 17, so snuck in over the line over Reno's Rockets, so leapfrogging Shane into first place as well, so pretty stoked with that. 1107 to 1096. I did check the other day and we were dead even, so it was super close the whole way through. But having a look at his differentials, so Donovan Mitchell's probably the same as Towns. So possibly, there's only a few points in it, like Reed 5 points more than Harden, Cunningham about 10 points more than Hero. So that was really the difference in the end, was just those few differentials. Well, probably Cunningham was the big differential in the end, scoring 11 more, and I won by 11. Across the league, no Test Eagles also with a ton. So Captain Jokic, SGA, Tatum involved. Harris with an 83 solid. Braun with a 105, so he's been killing it. Made 6.5 mil now. Feels like one that might have got away a bit. Let's have a look across the league though, see what other players we all missed out on. So I saw some bonus just there with a really low total as well. That's not ideal. But Halliburton with a 153, that's a pretty massive score. Made $1 million, close enough to this week. Giddy, I did see an article saying that he was lighting it up at the Bulls. I didn't really read into it. But maybe he's one we get on at a bit of value. Get on the Aussie bandwagon. Giannis with a 120, we did think that would happen. But we were hoping he'd dip a little bit more in price. But we might have to find a way to get him in. Jalen Williams, great return as well, 118. Doncic with a 114 there at the Lakers. So good signs for him in the new environment. Zach Collins, a 109 at only 5.3 mil. What's going on there? You love to see this. I think it's an absolute get-on. Unfortunately, he's centre power forward where we're pretty well stacked already. So he's been playing, just not getting a lot of game time, and then suddenly this week, boom, out of nowhere, getting 24, 38, 30. Let's see if we can get the minutes. No, not from here anyway. Or is that the minutes? No, it's points scored. So I don't know, just out of nowhere. I think we'll get on and see how that goes. I should get the depth chart in there as well, I suppose. We'll try to NBA depth chart. See if he appears on there, perhaps. It doesn't like it. Alright, while that's doing its thing, we'll come back and have a look. Yeah, so Bowl with a ton, another power forward centre. So it truly is the position to make some points in cash in this league. So big note for next year. So we got rid of him. He's still killing it with a 96 this week. And then I think we're getting into the sub tons anyway. Chris Dunn with an 89 is alright at the price. Couple of 10 mil options there too, doing well. Castle, another one we've sort of sacked off, who's doing the business at the moment. Here we go. So I'm pretty sure that was his name was White, wasn't it? The guy we just looked at. No, that's Kobe White there. What was the other guy's name? I've forgotten. Zach Collins. So White might be an interesting one at that cheaper price too, but we'll have a look at the Bulls. Depth chart. So Collins second choice in the centres, probably a bit deeper in the power forward position. But with Vukovic here, probably the starting centre, I suppose, at the moment. You know, a few other outs around as well. So I think that's good signs for Collins. I guess we just have to make the decision on who we trade out. I guess we'll look at break even as well and their projections. So we'll go to projected scores, change to break even. So yeah, Collins and Bowl top of the list there. Moses Brown with a negative 22 off the back of what did he score this week? That's the projection. So 61 this week out of a total of 113. So he's only played 12 games as well, so might be fairly new into the squad perhaps. Here we go. So played a bit through rounds 5 and 6 and then found his way back into the team for a couple of games this week. So pretty interesting. Huerta, I guess is how you say that. Negative 3 there, another one of the Bulls to look at. Holmes, another power forward centre option. So some interesting options there, particularly if you're looking to upgrade or downgrade rather at centre / power forward. And some good solid projections there this week too. The likes of Bowl projected to 53. That's some pretty good cash this week. So let's look at the team. Let's look at the schedule. So for week 18, just having a look, looks like all 3 and 4 game sketties. So we'll start with Jokic. Only 3 games, but I think we're silly to trade him. SGA, Oklahoma City play 4, so fair to say he's probably going to run as our captain this week. Towns, so New York Knicks only play 3, so maybe worthwhile getting out of Towns, if you are, pardon the pun there. You know, tonning up's going to be hard in 3 games. So I reckon we'll do that. We've got a bit of cash in the bank, so I think we can just go straight into Giannis. Yeah, Milwaukee have 4 games as well, so he's definitely one we can use. LeBron, Jason Tatum. So Lakers only have 3 this week, which is interesting. Boston only have 3 as well, so do we maybe look to trade one or both of them? Reed, so the Timberwolves have 4, so we'll hang on to him. And Edwards is also there. Daniels plays 4, so he's a good bet. Detroit, also have 4. So Cunningham we can keep. So it could potentially be these two guys. I guess the other one, if we look at projections, so Hayes and Poe still have a bit of cash to make, but is there potentially more in those cheapies we just looked at? Because yeah, what's their prices? So 7, 5. So I mean, bank a little bit of cash from the Hayes move. What's Reed's break even? 106. So let's have a look at it. If we trade those two out for the two cheapies, Collins and Bowl, it doesn't really matter what order. And we'll boost to upgrade Reed. And then we will go by projections. So Davis back and projected to score well. So we haven't quite got enough cash for him. But let's try. Oh, so he didn't play this week. What's his injury status? Still out for a few days, so the projection's probably a bit off. That's fine. Maybe we don't look at projections. Sabonis was a bit flat last week. Break even of 188. Not keen for that. Wemby's out for the season. So maybe someone like a Jalen Johnson. He's got a highish break even as well. Bit scared. Zion do last week a 92. New Orleans do have 4 games. Guess the other option is if we look to sort of trade through the other positions, could go back to an Eamon Thompson, who's scoring well, although 72 last week, probably not the strongest, but Houston do have 4 games this week. Jalen Williams, off the back of a good score this week, and OKC have 4 games. I didn't even look at Sacramento when we talked about Sabonis, but they do have 4 this week. So, how about Jimmy Butler? It seems to have been going okay since going to the Golden State. No, 24 last week. No good. Do we have any options if we keep going back? Edwards down into the guard. So, Kyrie Irving. He projected 112 with a break even of 92. Yeah, Dallas do have 4 games this week. Maxey, is he back from injury? Possibly. No, 38. So he played a little bit, but we'll let his price dip before we get back into that. I guess the last one. Can we get Doncic maybe? Point guard only. He's not projected very highly. I guess they only have 3 games, don't they? So that makes sense. Damian Lillard. What's everyone else going with? Traded out, traded in. Giannis, Jalen Williams, or Steph Curry. So Steph Curry break even of 65. Scored a 109 last week. Golden State play 4 games. Maybe we go that way. Oh, hang on, we've lost. Oh no. Oh, thing's busted. It's alright, give a quick refresh and we'll smash the trades out again. So the trade outs were Towns and Reed. No, it's not going to let me do it. we'll just cancel the trades and go in again. Here we go. Oh, I think that's, yeah, here we go. Now I've got the trade. So trade. Giannis can play as a power forward, so I'll just plug him in. Push Tatum up. Edwards, Cunningham, in order. Oh, where is he? I skipped past him already. Oh, it's because I've still got power forwards available. Break evens, Collins and Bowl sorts out a lot of that. Let's go highest price. So he's not even that highly priced, but there he is, Steph Curry. Oh, he is available at shooting guard as well. Good to know. Right, but let's trade them in. So, yeah, SGA is captain. I think because he's got 4 games, we might even go Giannis as VC this week. And that's pretty well the team locked in. So, we'll wrap the video up there. As always, if you've got any questions, comments, thoughts, feel free to add them below this video. Give us a like if you're enjoying the NBA content. Subscribe for all the fantasy sports content on the channel. I guess with the NRL season kicking off, the channel's blowing up, which is awesome. So get on board with that. But other than that, we'll catch you in the next one.